and they paid quite well as well. So that was one of the things that kept us going. Um, and yeah, our first single, "I Don't Want to Live with Monkeys," did very well in the indie charts, and then it was all downhill after that.
I think it reached number 5 or something in the indie charts when I was looking.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if there
played.
was ever a sort of an absolute official one, but certainly in one of the indie charts, we were number one for a bit. But
Ah, excellent. And you decorated Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie's house as well.
yeah, well, the bass player and myself, we started doing bits of decorating when we weren't on tour. We spent a huge amount of time on tour. It was the only way we made any money. But when we weren't on tour, we started doing decorating. We were both living in London at the time, and there's a lot of houses in London. And they all need decorating. So we did quite well, and the band was sort of slowly slipping down. And we were thinking, well, do we try and persevere, maybe reinvent ourselves, or do we stick to decorating? Because we knew if we stuck to decorating, we'd actually make quite a good living. So that's what we did. It was the end of the band, and Colin and I became decorators. And Paul, by this time, he was also living in London and working as a plasterer. So we did lots of work together. And we'd got to know Harry Enfield through friends, through a friend at university, and Vic Reeves as well, actually, through another friend. And Harry was starting to do comedy, and he knew all these people, such as Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. And he suggested, when they bought a house together, Stephen and Hugh, and Harry suggested we might be able to do their decorating and replastering and all that. So we did, which was marvelous. And you know, Paul and I would kind of do funny voices and characters and routines in the hope that Stephen or he was going, "My goodness, you're so funny. I must give you your own show somehow." It never quite happened, although the first bit of sort of TV comedy type thing we did do, Paul, me, and Colin, the bass player from the band, there was a sketch on Friday Night Live, which had been Saturday Night Live, with Stephen and Hugh, where Stephen is trying to teach Hugh boogie boogie, or the other way round. But it was an excuse for Hugh to play some of his boogie boogie piano, and he needed a little band to play with him. So me, Paul, and Colin became the band, and we sort of dressed up in tribute to the old. You get the sort of BBC orchestra backing people on light entertainment shows, and they were always very square. So we had polo
Yeah.
necks and big headphones, and looked as bland as we could. So that was our first performing on TV, really.